Hi, so thank you for agreeing to make some face masks for our knights. They are right here, and this is what we're going to be making. I'm going to go through the pattern with you really quickly, and you'll get to see how to sew it, but I think most of you have a good idea and are proficient sewers, so you know how to do it. The first thing you'll get is a whole bunch of pre-cut fabric. The fabric's already cut for you, and you'll get a whole bunch of white and a whole bunch of the fabric. So the fabric, here, I put them together already. The fabric, this is not the fabric we'll be using. This is another wheaten fabric that we're going to use for another project. We're making face masks for some other things, but it's similar. The white fabric, if you look really closely at it, you'll see that there are designs on it. This one has a crab. It's white on white. It's so light, if you do the wrong side, it won't even matter because it's for the inside of the mask anyways. But there's flip-flops and there's lighthouses and there's crabs and there's a whole bunch of different ones. Maybe there's a boat. So it was just something different and a little character to give the masks on the inside. And there was no white fabric to be found when I started buying everything. And then you've also got a whole bunch of elastic that looks like this. It's already wound up. You've got about 18 yards, which should make more than 50 masks if you're using 1 foot per mask. And you'll just want to cut them and just cut them into 6-inch strips so that you have them all right there. And once you've got these cut, you've got your fabric already, you're ready to go. So I have my right sides together and we're just going to sew around the first time, right sides together. So I start at the bottom of my design at the corner. I've got my presser foot so that I've got my presser foot down and my needle so that it'll stay in once I release the pedal, which is good for turns. And I've got it set on a 3. I'm not really sure what that means. When I turn the fabric, then what I do is I open it up and I take my elastic and I just lay it down so that it makes almost the ear loop. And then I mark where it is with my fingers. I'm going to stitch over it and then back over it and then come back over it just to secure the elastic a little bit. This is the top, so I'm just going to go straight down. When I get to this corner, I rotate the fabric, I lift it up, I put the elastic down again, and then I'll reverse stitch over the elastic again. For the last side, I'm just going to stitch to 2 inches to where I started so that I have room to turn it inside out or right side out. So I've sewn the face mask and I've turned it inside out. What I'm going to do now is use an iron to press the pleats and to press the bottom seam where it goes. So I just press it down and then I make the pleats. There are 2 pleats and I literally just bend the fabric and kind of figure it out and iron it. If you want, you can pin it. Sometimes if I have a lot, I'll pin it. This fabric, I think, is pretty good at keeping its shape. And so now you're ready to top stitch, and you just top stitch all the way around, sewing in the pleats. The other thing you're going to do is when you get up here, you will pinch a pleat to the top as well. I'll show you that in just a minute. And so now you have your final face mask. It's got a little pleat for the nose, and you can see the design, and we're ready to go. It takes less than a couple of minutes to sew each one, and you'll get better as you get closer to 50. Thanks again, and thank you. The students will appreciate this. Thanks a lot.